Welcome back to another episode, my people. Welcome to Two Tribes, One Mind. And as we say, you saw my beat. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Today we'll be talking about so many amazing topics, so many things that we would like to get into. But first, we would like to shout out Texas Tech Sports.
Woo.
Hey, can you talk more about it? Can you talk more about it?
It's been freaking 2 crazy weeks, man.
Yes, sir.
Bro, it's insane because I've actually attended both of the games, right?
Yeah.
There was a freaking basketball game, right, at the arena, dog. I was seeing freaking Christian Anderson, JT Topping, dog. They were freaking killing it, dog.
Yes, sir.
Right on, dog. Right on. I feel like we're gonna have a freaking awesome season. Shout out to those guys, they've been killing it, dog, And then the big team over school.
Hey.
What we got? What we got?
Football, baby.
That game.
Hey, that game was different. Like, people sleeping in camps for a whole week, just like ready to get into the game.
Bro.
I don't think we got there at 4:30 in the morning.
Bro.
They had to win. They had to win.
Bro,
like, it was go home or don't go home.
I didn't sleep. I think on a Friday, it's like I was the one playing, though.
Yes.
Like I had a play going, and I was like, "Damn, bro, Tech is gonna win. We needed that game, bro.
No, we got to.
Bro, we had to.
Like, there was so much build up into it, like Raiderville having like DJs, people being all in that line trying to get into that game so early. You're telling me everybody comes to that game, comes to Tech, enters the stadium, and Tech loses that game?
Bro, now listen, bro.
The momentum was there, the people were there, the hype was there.
Shout out to freaking president, the football team, everyone who came out, all the companies, bro, that were giving food out there. We appreciate you. We appreciate, everything that happened throughout the team that week, bro. It was a collaboration of each and every person coming in, pitching in on me, like the Tech family, bro. The atmosphere, dog.
It's different.
That shit insane, bro. It's different, man.
And I think it's also important for us to build on the aspect of that. We want to inspire people to, as they said on social medias, even Tech announcing, hey, we want Jacob Rodriguez, our boy,
bro.
He's built different. Dude is built different,
bro.
He really is out there showing repping Tech, and he's showing that hey, you could come from a small school, you could show that hey, though Tech is now a bigger school, you could come from a school that had grown the program is growing, and now it's something bigger, right? And he's a home build player. He came in as I think he came in as a walk-on.
Yeah, definitely. I like that guy. I think I haven't actually had the time to actually talk to him. I'm hoping that at some point we get to do that. I like that he's a very kind and humble guy.
Really,
family's really important to him each and every time. I like the fact that he's that kind of guy that doesn't shy away from motivating the team. You see from the videos, it's not about him. It's about the team, and I like that. Shout out to Jacob Rodriguez. He's been freaking awesome, man. And it's been awesome, man. Yeah.
Boss, keep doing what you're doing. Tech is behind you. The fan base is behind you. We hope that you get into that, Heisman talk. Heisman put back. You're gonna be excited. You know what I mean?
Good.
But transcending to thinking about athletes and talking about athletes, we would like to go more into the aspect of mental health.
Right.
Would you
Hey, mental health is very important right now, and right now we're at a time when when people see you out there, you're looking all good, muscular and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Looking all buff.
Your body's showing, man. Your body's showing.
People are thinking of the things that you're doing on the field, right?
Yes.
Each and every day. But they don't know what's happening up here. The mental part of it. Actually, talking about that, there was a recent report that I just read a few days ago about Marshall Miller, from Dallas Cowboys, committed suicide. It's funny because Dallas Prescott, he was just talking to him, and then apparently he said to Dallas Prescott, "Can you catch a flight for me? Leave a seat for me. We're gonna take the same flight, And then before you know it, suicide. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's something that is very, very very, very important for us to look into, because that's not even about being an athlete. That is a man's mental health, right? It's not even talked in today about how like men go through these mental health situations.
Right.
Like you could base it on our backgrounds, right?
Right.
Where we come from. We are two African men who come from a very African household,
right.
where
right.
we are taught to kind of hold these emotions and taught to kind of have a certain way to see life and the outlook on life.
Right.
So there's certain struggles that men go through nowadays that are not even being spoken of.
True.
There's men who are working, what do they call it? Blue collar jobs. Those are electricians. Those are plumbers. These are guys who do not every day get everyday recognition, but every day put their head down to go to work hard, show the world that hey, there's still men out here who want to be responsible, who want to provide for a family, want to provide for the people that are in their lives. So I think it's important to talk about this mental health thing and talk about how better ways we could come about it. I think this will be something that we as a podcast will continue to talk about and also go into different topics. But it's something that I think like is very, very, very important.
Right. Yeah, you're definitely right. And I think we're not trying to pull out the ladies. Mental health it applies to both men and women.
Both.
And like what you're saying about Africans, I was raised mainly by like a single mother, and I saw the struggles that she had to go through the entire process, how she had to take care of me, my siblings and stuff like that, It was something that was personal to me, honestly, And right now, even working throughout life, you work and you want to prove it right, you want to make her proud, you know what I mean? So it requires a lot, being a single woman, taking care of all the kids and the entire family is on your back, So mental health has a lot to do with love, bro.
It does.
And sometimes it's just me checking up on you and be like, hey man, how you doing, bro? Are you fine? Are you good? You know what I mean? Like those small words. You want to talk a little bit? Because
because like to solve something like that is, as you said, love.
Right. Yeah.
Always remember that you could be there for somebody. You could be there for a family. You could be there for someone, a friend. You could be there for someone who's really going through hard times.
Right.
Because we don't know what someone's mentally going through until that person says it. You could have that friend that is the funny guy of the group that makes everybody happy. But that person may be dealing with something deeper, something more hurtful that they're not able to express. So I would say that it's very, very important, as Brighton has said, or Big W. It's very, very important to understand that mental health is something serious.
Check up on each other, bro.
Check up on each
other, dog.
I check on this idiot.
Hey man, you know what? This actually takes us to a very, very important topic that we're about to talk about right now. We talked about dating before.
On the T.
And today the topic is about Tinder. It's getting hot here, bro. It's getting hot here. Hey, man.
Hey, that's a topic that is hot.
Bro, 9 out of 10 guys that I've met so far are on tag. They're on Tinder, bro.
Yeah, bro. Majority of people are on these social media. Like, if we're even talking about Tinder, we could talk about Tinder in the aspects of social media, like not social media, but like online dating.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And we could broaden the island that there's so many people nowadays on online dating that meeting someone organically is basically hard.
Even you on Tinder, right?
But I know that. I had definitely. And that was something that even me, I recognized that you're not really going to meet someone genuinely. You're not going to meet someone. Not saying you cannot, but likely chances of there being a deeper connection is very hard. Because nowadays society has marginalized online dating into being something where it's just like, oh, I see you, I see me. We could work. Let's just go straight into it, right? Whereas in the olden times, like if you ever talk to your parents or if you ever talk to older people, they will always talk about like, hey, you know me, I saw that fine girl over there.
Yeah.
You know me? They talk to her and like build something going into a relationship. You know what I mean? They build something slow, bit by bit. And nowadays, love, relationship, and life is rushed so quickly that people are trying to get to that finish line before it even starts.
Right, and then you look at it right now. You're like 3-4 years in a relationship. You break up and then you have to restart. And now you've got so many girls that are reaching all their way to their 30s or late 20s, right? Without having a a significant partner. And you look at it, they've had like partners before, but their heart's been broken. Because and then it's very simple, this is nothing personal, but you look at it, you find a guy on Tinder, you swipe right, right, and then he swipes right, right, and he decided, hey, what you up to? I know, I'm just chilling. What you up to? Oh, let's grab pigs, you know what I mean? And then you grab pigs, and then one thing leads to the other thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then before you know it, within a day or two, you've done things that people are supposed to be in a relationship for 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so you do it within that short span, right? So it loses that kind of that feeling, right? You know what I mean? Continuous.
Exactly. Right, yeah. Yeah, and not to say Tinder's not awesome. Hey, Tinder's awesome. I think at some point,
yes,
we've all used Tinder.
Something that has helped people in dark times.
Yeah.
You gotta do some hard times in life. Like, maybe I should just, swipe right.
I was swipe right.
See who kind of like me back.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
I got all my guys up like, bro, what's happening, bro? I'm thirsty, bro. Like, bro, I'm gonna get you water. It's like, nah, bro, I'm thirsty. Wait,
that's
bro, I'm thirsty, bro. I'm gonna start swiping right. I'm like, but like genuinely talking, it's happening right now.
It is,
and it's unavoidable because it's growing each and every day.
Yes.
But we have to be able to minimize it in a way,
Yes.
As the youth and as adults, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Be able to say, okay, I have to be able to use Tinder, but after I use Tinder, am I taking a girl on a date? Girls have to normalize to be taken on dates. What happened? There was a girl that was saying, when was the last time a guy just said, can I take you on a date? Right?
That's different.
Take me to a picnic. Tinder's fine.
Yes.
Ask the girl for a date. Let's go for a date. Let's go picnic, right? Get some food. Be a man, right? Get her some food, right?
Yes.
She'll talk. Get to know her, right? Take her on a second date for the second time. Yeah. For the third time. You know what I mean? Like, just try to get into just don't take her to your place.
Just take it to the bedroom. No.
Just take her on a date.
Yes, take her on a date. You know what I mean? Get to know her as a person. Yeah. And like that's why we're hoping that as society grows, like we are able to gain back values of just where it could be understood that like there are men and there are women out here that are really looking for love. Right. There's people out here that are really looking to find somebody genuinely. Right. But because of how society is and because of like everything being normalized, people are not able to adapt and understand that, maybe I can still go back to that old helpless romantic where I could ask a girl out, I could go to her place, I could get her flowers. Because nowadays it's so normalized. Right. Like guys nowadays feel like it's a simp move or it's like what do you call it? A push move to go and like reach out to a girl or go and give a girl flowers and be like, I like you, I want to go out with you. Right. Because like it's been seen that, as they always say, good guys come last. You know what I mean?
And for some reason, hey, what is this thing that girls like bad boys? Can you let me know? What is this thing? What?
I need to know.
Guys, you gotta let us know.
Comment section, even the ladies. What is it about bad boys?
Like, what's up with like there's something?
Yeah.
What do you mean there's something?
You know what I mean? What is about that person that, that a good guy who, let me say there's two different things, right? There's a good guy who is this, simple man, and there's just simps out there, right? Yeah. Which is, there are some,
it's fine.
But we're talking about good guys. We're talking about guys who are out here really trying to show women a good time. We're trying to show women that I like you, I love you, I want to get to you. Yeah, I want to really give you time, right? What is about that guy that doesn't really show your fancy, but like you will look at, the baddest of the baddest, you look at the guy who, walks into the room, every head is tending, you know what I mean? Yeah. Is it the attention, is it what he brings, is it the aura that he walks in that gravitates that person? Right. Because even as men, we start to realize, because like even you have some of the greatest good guys. You have some good guys who really are good out here. And because they see that, hey, they're getting nothing because all these bad guys are like getting all the ladies, they try to become bad guys. Right. You know what I mean? Nowadays you have so many people that are saying, it's so hard nowadays to find a good man. Now it's so hard nowadays to find a good woman. You know what I mean? It's difficult because we as a society are making it difficult.
Right.
We're making it difficult to where people who are good in the beginning look at it and be like, dang, I ain't getting no love. I'm getting cheated on, or I'm getting hurt in a relationship because I'm not able to see someone that really cares about me. Right? So because of that, guess what? You know what? I'm gonna decide to be a bad boy.
Right.
And I'm gonna decide to go this other way because guess what? Attention is gonna be shown my way.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And that person loses their identity. In the midst of all that, being a bad boy, being, in the charisma, there's a lot that goes with.
Yeah, it's just the way you're talking, bro. There's so much passion in it, bro. Like,
that's my
we need to know. I think we're missing something here.
I'm just
yeah.
Like, we're getting into
what's happening, bro? Like, you need something because some say a lot. This topic, yeah.
For me personally, like, I would consider myself a good boy, right? A good guy.
Right.
I would consider myself a good guy because, like, I put myself out there. I want to make sure that the woman that I'm with is being treated right, being treated properly.
Right.
But it's difficult for me as a man who is out here trying to show women love and out here trying to show women like responsibility.
Love a boy,
and hey, I'm just showing. I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm the type to pull over flowers. I'm the type to be or have to be romantic.
Right.
But it's hard for me to be out here and seeing all that is up with society, where it's just like, dang, like being a good guy is seen as being weak, or being a good guy is seen as not being good enough, right? So now it puts into a guy's head like, oh, what does it feel like to be a bad guy? You know what I mean? What does it feel like to be that like guy who doesn't care, doesn't give a F, or doesn't give a sentence about the world? He just gives care about himself. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not that type. I'm a lover boy. You know what I mean? I love life. I love life. I love to be present. I love to show love. I love to just be able to be responsible for like seeing where I want to go in my life. You know what I mean? See my direction, my path. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, it's hard out here for a good boy.
Hey man, it's tough. You're right though. I think this is one of those topics that we have to be able to also communicate with. We're bringing a girl, to be able to help us and understand.
Yeah, navigate this relationship stage. And that's also something that we would also take into consideration as we get more guests in. Like we would want like a guest speaker of a lady who's like, hey, like, what is really going on in society, and what are you looking at when you see the good boys and you see the bad guys, good guys, bad guys? What is really going on?
Why is it girls don't like good guys? Why? What is the problem?
What is
what? You know what I mean? Like, what is it?
What is it? No.
So there's a whole lot of things. I don't think both of us can be in a position to answer that. We need a girl.
Yes.
To help us and stuff like that. Because I've got friends that I've seen. I've heard them saying like, "Hey, we need frat boys." they get a little bit of some vibes.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to the frat guys.
Hey, bro, it's crazy, but you know what? It's been a freaking awesome day. It's been a freaking awesome day, and there's always a lot to talk about tech, and tech is really growing and stuff like that, and mental health, like what we just talked about, relationships. We're gonna dive deep more into this because obviously there's so much to talk about this. We get to this kind of topic.
There is. Yeah. Well, I think today we were just like trying to talk, have a chat, connect with y'all, which is also just talking about things that are upcoming, things that we are actually thinking about building on into these more bigger episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's pretty much it.
Hey.
Man.
You know how we do it. Hey!
Let's go!
It's time to go! And we appreciate you. We love you.
Love you. Wait for the next episode. Let's go!
You son of a bitch!